Hi everybody, it's
Hi,
Mitchell
and Michael.
here at Magical Keys Vacations. And today we're going to be talking to you about how to prepare for first-time thrill riders at Disney and Universal. Now, we know thrill rides can be scary if you've never been on them, or maybe you have kids that are just now starting to be able to ride them. We're going to go through some facts here today on how to help better prepare you for them. So stay tuned and follow along. Now, before we get into the video, make sure, if you're not already, go on and hit that subscribe button down below, ring that notification bell to stay up to date with everything that we're talking about, and even hit that like button. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about is height. So, if you have children that are just starting to, become of age to ride thrill rides, or maybe you have a really tall, like 4-year-old, you're going to want to check out the rides. So, the ride heights are listed. They can be anywhere from any height all the way up to 52 inches. 52 inches you're going to see more so at Universal Studios, but Disney does have a couple that are in the upper 40s. So, what you want to do, measure your kid, make sure they're tall enough, and then you can kind of see what's on the list of what they are able to ride. As a former theme park employee, I worked at Cedar Point for 2 years. So I've seen everything from people trying to stuff the kids' shoes to make them that extra 2 or 3 inches taller. We've kicked them out. There's been so many things, and it is really a safety issue. So even if your kid really wants to ride, they're a couple inches short, just wait. You don't want your kid accidentally falling out of something or an injury to happen because you wanted to break the rules. So first of all, always follow the rules. The guidelines are there for a reason. Okay, so check your child's height. Don't give them platform shoes because you're going to get caught with it and they're going to be really sad. Okay, and if there are rides that they aren't tall enough yet, there's going to be plenty of other rides that they're able to do and love and enjoy. So figure out what you kind of want to ride, what the kids are really wanting to do, and then make a list from there and try all of them.
All right, so our second point is going to be point of view videos, or what you might see POV. So there will be some videos out there that will show you how the ride goes. So if you have children who might be a little bit nervous or might be a little bit anxious about going on the ride, try to see if there's any point of view videos on YouTube so they can get an idea of what is going to happen on the ride and what they might see. So if it either might be too fast or it might be too dark, a lot of those videos are going to be super helpful for your children to be able to see what's going on. We have a couple on our YouTube channel, so check those out. And I know there are other ones for both, I think, Universal and some other Disney parks that have some POV. So check those out if you have any children who might be a little bit nervous. I know I was a little nervous for some of the rides, so I checked some out right before I went on them. But just to let you know, there might be some spoilers. So if they do check them out, there might be some spoilers happening during a ride that either you might not want to see or they might not want to see. But check out the POV videos because they're going to be super helpful.
And we are building out our library right now, so we'll be in Disneyland trying to get as many of those POV rides as possible. And then, of course, anytime we go back to Disney or Universal, we'll be adding to our library. All right, so third topic is if you get motion sickness, you're going to want to be very aware of what you're about to get on. So, depending on how bad it is, you may not want to go on spinning rides like the teacups or alien swirl saucers. Or, if it's not that bad, you might want to be conscious of the Velocicoaster, which is very thrashy, or Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, because you're not only going on a track, you're also rotating around.
And it's dark.
And then there's also some screen projector rides that might bother you. So, if that's your thing where you do get motion sickness, going back to the POV ride might be good to check it out just to make sure. People have also said maybe taking a Dramamine or some sort of nauseous medicine to help you beforehand might be beneficial. But again, check with your doctor, kind of see what you need. But if those are the rides that bother you, there's still, of course, lots of rides. You can always do the boat rides. There's going to be some slower rides, seated rides that maybe the screen projection doesn't bother you, that you could do those instead. So I mean, there really is an option for everybody. Just know your limitations. And if you do want to try out one of those rides and know you get motion sickness, just know you might need to sit down for like 20 minutes afterwards. And do not eat heavily before you do any of these, because that will also affect it.
Yeah. So make sure that they don't fill up on cotton candy and popcorn before they go to any crazy thriller ride.
Yeah.
I know I don't like to do that, so I always try to wait a little later in the day to eat a bigger meal. They can have some snacks, but don't go too heavy on the snacks right before.
And for me, I can eat whatever and then hop on a ride and we're ready to go.
Don't have gumbo right before you go on Space Mountain. Did that in high school. Did not go well.
No. All right, so our last point about rides, thrill rides, any ride, and you've heard me say it already 3 times, there's a ride for everybody.
Woo!
So, if you feel like I can't go to Disney or Universal because it's just roller coasters or I'm not going to enjoy it, there's so many other things. You can go see pretty much a Broadway show compacted into 20 minutes. You can sit on the carousel. You can, there's just an unlimited amount of things that you can do.
Yeah.
So don't focus on what you can't do. Think about the options you have that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And there's a lot more out there than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is something for everybody. So just kind of check it out. If you have questions about any rides, anything you're concerned about, go on and drop that in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to help you. Because, I mean, between the two of us, we've been on most things other than the newest rides. But...
And he's more of a thrill rider, and I'm not. I'm slowly building my way up there, but it, like we mentioned before, look at the POVs, don't eat too much, and there were rides for everyone, and I enjoyed all the rides that I was able to do. So,
right. All right, guys. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, liked, or following us, do that below. We'd really appreciate it. We love to help you out and have other people find us just like you did. All right, and that's our video for the day. So we will catch you next week, and we hope you have a magical week. Bye.
bye, guys.